How you doing? So today we're going to try to make a balance out of the simple things we have at home. Okay, so what I have here is I have balanced a mouse in a baggie with a paper clip, and over here I have water, and water is going to be my kind of my weight that tells me exactly how much I have. And so I have water over here, and if I move this like this, it tips that way. And so what I've done is I balanced it perfectly with this. If I move this direction, it's going to tip that way. So I've balanced it, and the place that balance is over here is about 0.12, and it's very, very much at the end at 0.3. Okay, so what we have here is I got some like a scavenger hunt, physics style. Right here we have a cardboard box, cardboard from an old box, and we need 2 pieces, right? And so I cut off the top here, right? Just cut off one of those, right? This is just flopping right there. Just cut that off. And I'm gonna fold that into a triangle, just like that. Fold the triangle, and then I'm gonna tape that. And so fold it into a triangle, and I tape that. Doesn't matter what tape, you're just gonna tape it. And it might not hold very well because this is not the greatest tape, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna tape that into a triangle, and then I'm gonna take a nail. And I got my other piece of cardboard, and I just cut a little strip off there. And I'm just basically gonna kind of fold it in half, right? Like something like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna poke a hole through it. Don't hurt yourself. And I'm gonna try to do it right in the middle here, right? So I'm gonna put this in, kind of in the middle. And then I'm just gonna jam this through. Trying not to go through my fingers or anything like that. So go slow on this, please. Don't hurt yourself. Right? And so in there, now what I have is I have this setup. And so if you look here in this little piece of paper, there's my cardboard, there's my tape. In here I got this little like a swing set. And so in this swing set, what I've done is I put a piece of metal. This used to be for an old flag that I just took apart this year, and I covered it with tape just to put these little notches on there, just so you can read them. I just covered it with like medical tape. And so what I have here is I have a couple things. You could put this through. And this is gonna be our balance, or you could put something else. You could put one of these through. The best thing actually is a meter stick, because a meter stick, what will happen is a meter stick will give you the exact measurements, right? And so then you're gonna want to balance it, and so it's perfectly balanced, and so that's pretty close. And so you're gonna want to balance it like that, right? And then we'll hang stuff on the sides. We got a kitchen salad bowl upside down. You could put like a stack of books or something, but it's to raise it off the table, otherwise it's not very much room. Okay, so here what I have, I got my 2 pieces of cardboard, I got some tape, I got a nail, a ruler or a meter stick. Like I said before, if you have a meter stick, it's the best thing to put through, actually. The meter stick is the best thing to put through. Then I have water, and I use a small water because it won't hit the table, and it's 236 milliliters, and 236 milliliters actually weighs exactly, and this is on purpose, 0.236 kilograms, right? If you have one of those bigger waters, they're 500 milliliters, that's gonna be 0.5 kilograms, okay? I have a baggie with a paper clip, and so it's a baggie and paper clip. Over here, I put a rubber band around the lip, and I put a paper clip around it so I can move it around, right? Okay, and so I got my baggie, I got my salad bowl, and then I got some items I want to weigh. That's a mouse for my computer, actually, okay? So then I got this stuff going on. I got this little stuff, right? This just shows you what's going on inside. It's going back and forth. Now I'm gonna measure, this is 0. I'm gonna measure out, I'm gonna measure out. I'm gonna measure that way and that way. So this is 0, and this is 30 centimeters, which is 0.3 meters. And this is 0, and that's 30 centimeters, which is 0.3 meters. So let's do some math. The math that we're gonna do is the distance times the mass on this side. This is the known mass, and we know that because water, we know, that's the thing for water, right? 1 liter equals 1 kilogram. That's perfect. How much does 2 liters weigh? 2 kilograms. Well, it's amazing, right? That's why the metric system is so awesome. Okay, so over here, this is what we have. We're gonna balance it out. You have to balance it by moving it, right? And you get to balance it by moving each side, right? So we balance it by move it, and it's gonna be a different distance on each side, but this one we keep the same all the time. The water we keep the same all the time. We just move the water back and forth. If you wanna weigh something heavier, then get the bigger water bottle, right? If you wanna weigh something lighter, you gotta dump some of the water out or something like that, I don't know. This is the one that we're gonna measure. We don't know how much this mouse, I don't know how much my mouse weighs, so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to take this, which is the 236, and we'll put that right there. And then we have the distance, and this distance is measuring from there, it's 0.12. And I've measured this with a meter stick inside, 0.12. And so I have 0.12 here. Then I have the distance here, which is all the way from here to 0. That's 0.3. And if you see, M is the unknown. That's the one I want to know. That's the one I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my calculator, I'm gonna put this over 0.3. I'm gonna put this over 0.3. This is gonna cancel, and I'm gonna get an answer. M is equal to. And so I got 0.236 times 0.12 divided by 0.3 equals whoa, that's not very much light out here right now. 0.094. 0.094 kilograms. Now I actually weighed that mouse. I have a kitchen scale, and I weighed it on the kitchen scale, and it said it weighed 97 grams, which is pretty darn tootin'